you guys so much. Keep it going for this show, huh? Trevor Smith, that is my name. You heard that, right? Smith. There's a lot of Smiths out there. Probably some here tonight. Pretty common name. When I got into show, I've actually met other Trevor Smiths, and when I got into show business, I was like, well, maybe I should change my name. Maybe is there like already a Trevor Smith out there? I don't know. I looked it up. There's really only been one other notable Trevor Smith, and he already changed his name. This is true. To Buster Rhymes. So, that's just a real fact. You can look it up whenever you want. Not now, but any other time, it's fine. Buster Rhymes, you know, and that's what I was gonna choose, you know. So I gotta stay with Trevor Smith. For anyone not familiar, by the way, me and Buster Rhymes, very different people. He's a legendary rapper, and I just pronounced his name Buster. It's cool to be here. It's cool doing comedy. I like doing comedy. I had a lot of bad jobs before I did this. I used to work as like a caricature artist at like fairs, malls, amusement parks, doing funny faces at people. And that was the only kind of art I could do, honest to God. It wasn't very practical. I knew that. My mom, she's very supportive. You know, even to this day, she's like, I don't know why I never pursued the whole art thing. It's like, Mom, like all I could really do was like cartoon faces. No jobs out there for that, you know. She was like, well, you could have been a police sketch artist. Exactly. Is everyone picturing what I'm picturing? Everyone on the same page before I move on? Just some terrified person on their worst day. Oh my God, he had a mustache and dark hair. Shh. Was he kicking a soccer ball? Maybe eating a giant ice cream cone, 3 scoops, 1 falling off. What was his head-to-body ratio? Was it ridiculous? This I know this is hard for you, but when he did fire his gun, did a flag come out that said bang? I think I know this guy. I just draw a picture of Yosemite Sam, like, we're gonna put this in every mud flap in the county until we find this guy. I'm in a relationship, guys. I've been with my girlfriend for almost 2 years, which is very exciting. It's the longest relationship I've ever been in, so sort of uncharted territory from here on out, you know. It's very, very cool. You know, 2 years, that's my own personal record. I'm sure there's people here that, well, I don't know if there's anyone here that is seeing my girlfriend, but if you are, just let me know. I'm trying to get a head count on that. She's great. She's about. I like it. I like being in a relationship. I like it better than being single. I wasn't very good at that, you know. By that I mean like I wasn't like a one-night stand kind of guy, and I mean you guys knew that from looking at me or whatever, but it wasn't really my thing. It did happen one time. I'll tell you about it right now. I was on this date with this girl. Things are going pretty well. We go back to her place, going even better. We start going at it, you know. Having a good time, and in the middle of it, she whispers in my ear. She's like, "Slap my ass." I was like, "Hey, sure." I think I could probably, right? I could probably do that. I think I'm first of all flattered. I'm very excited about this. I just want you mean me, right? Like no one else is coming. I just want to, because you've seen me at this point, and you got to know at the very least, I'm not going to be good at that. Like whatever you're picturing, probably not going to be, but either way, pretty excited. Maybe you can talk me through like what part of the hand, what part of the ass, we can get this down to some sort of science where you feel confident, I feel comfortable. She's like, seriously, just slap my ass. I was like, I did. You didn't feel that? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I was just tapping her ass. I thought that's what that meant, you know? I tapped that ass. That was a pun. I won't do any more. I promise to you. But, you know, people never really believe me when I say I'm an ass man, but when I say I'm a tush guy, they get it. I'm a tush guy. That's all about me. I don't know what that means. Not a nickname I'm trying to get a catch on, but if it does, not complaining. Do you guys think Steve Miller's band, the Steve Miller Band, ever called him out on those nicknames from that song? He was like, some people call me the Space Cowboy. Hold on, stop the music. Steve? Who? No. Who's calling you the space cowboy? People call you the space cowboy. The space cowboy. We have all the same friends, Steve. Who's calling you? I want him to tell me one name. Who's calling you the space cowboy? The space cowboy. You're acting like Maurice right now. Remember when he went through that phase where he was making up his own nicknames? The space cowboy. I hate it every time I say it. But, I don't know. What do I know? I'm not the gangster of anything, you know? And he was at least a gangster of one thing. We know that. So he says. Wasn't very cool. I'm not very cool now, but I also wasn't very cool any time in my life. I've never been cool. I was trying to remember a time where I was cool. It wasn't. That's a big deal in high school, not being cool, you know? And I know, like I was like the worst kind of nerd, I think, you know? Because I know, like, nerds are cool now. There's, like, a resurgence of nerd culture. It's cool to be a nerd now. But I was an Eagle Scout, and that's never been cool. That's never been cool. And it never will be, right? It's the only thing that every single generation can agree on. There could be a 90-year-old person here tonight that's like, in my day, Boy Scouts was dweebs. And he'd still be right. Even in, like, Norman Rockwell paintings, you're like, why is this cool old lady crossing the street with these losers? And for anyone that's like, oh, PC culture can't make fun of anyone anymore, have you tried Boy Scouts? Nobody cares if you make fun of police cheerleaders. Nobody cares. I promise it'll be fine. And I can tell you firsthand, most of those badges are in bully resilience, so it works out for both. It's the worst kind of nerd, being a Boy Scout, right? I don't know why you want to like. I get that it might be like hard to get laid when you were in high school if all you knew was like Star Wars trivia or, you know, Dungeons and Dragons campaign strategies, but let me tell you something. Both of those things are objectively sexier than knowing first aid for a snake bite. Why do you know that? Why do you know that? You're 14. I hate that you know that. Also, why do we want our children to know first aid? Why has that ever come up? Well, let's start there. You're ever on a plane like this man's having a heart attack? Is there a doctor on the plane? No, what's next? How about an insecure high school freshman with a chain wallet but doesn't have the self-confidence to pull it off, so he tucks it into his jeans? Is one of them you? True story. Had a chain wallet one day, put it in the jean. I would rather someone shove my face into the dirt than have to explain why I thought I could pull it off. Because I was into punk rock growing up, you know, but it's hard to be punk rock when your catchphrase is, fellas, I don't think we're supposed to do that. So, I don't know. I mentioned I was in a relationship. My girl, I'm in an interracial relationship, which rarely comes up. When it does, it's usually just something, you know, that maybe I can't relate to, or something like that. Like if we're watching a movie and there's like a very stereotypical portrayal of an African American character, she'll get very upset, and rightfully so. You know, she'll be like, "Oh, here it is again, same old bullshit stereotype." How many times do we have to see this trope? This is such lazy writing. I mean, there's more than, you know, one type of black character that's out there. How come we can't see them all on the screen? This is such a bullshit. And I gotta be like, you know, on one hand, it's like I get it, you know, like perpetuating these stereotypes is a very dangerous thing. I understand. And movie characters should be dynamic personalities, completely independent of their, you know, race, sex, sexual orientation, all that. But on the other hand, there's this other stereotype about people who talk during movies. And I just feel like the theater is not the best place to make this point. You know, like we all see what you're doing, but also you're doing another thing. There's a lot of eyes on me right now, and the irony is too thick in this room to move forward. You acknowledge that you're doing another thing right now? You're doing another thing, but also we agree with you. That's what I want you to know. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much.